Thanks, Julie. I'm just going to share a little bit about my journey with church community. On reflection, I often feel a bit of a struggle on my part to draw closer with the wider church community. I find it easy to give time for a project or to work up the back out of sight, and it's easy to turn up for a service and then duck out straight away because I feel busy or whatever. And the challenge is to build relationships with people who I wouldn't otherwise relate to outside of church. In my young adult life, when I wasn't going to church, I eventually felt God nudging me that my purpose involved other people, and it took me a long time to start to realise what he was getting at. When Emily and I were shopping around for churches, we'd go to a service and sit up the back and then usually leave before we could be ambushed with an awkward welcome conversation. And we wanted to get to know the culture without having to be involved, but now I don't think that's really possible. The service on Sunday is one thing, but there's more days in the week than Sunday. We found MCC through an Alpha course, which turned out to be a great way to get to really know people. So we had discussions over a number of weeks on different topics, and it was a great way to get to know some people involved in the church and help us to realise that this might be a church that we want to go to. At the services, we liked the music, even though we didn't know half the songs, and the people were friendly, and so we decided to stay, and here we are. Thank you. A while later, we joined a home base, which I've found really fulfilling in exploring and discussing the Word with other people. It's really interesting to see how God speaks to different people differently through the same text. And we've really got to know a small group of people on a much deeper level. As Christians, we're told to love one another to reflect Jesus' love for us. And like most things, the more we practice it, the easier it becomes. The church community supports my faith journey. It provides people to be accountable to, and it gives me a place I can directly contribute my skills in a way that honours God. And I'll close with Hebrews 10:24-25. And let us consider how we may spur one another on towards love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching.
Wow, that is...